Good morning, class 10th. So, in our previous video, we studied about the magnetic field due to a current carrying straight wire, and then we studied magnetic field due to a current carrying circular loop. Okay, so today we will study the magnetic field due to a current carrying solenoid, or you can say current in a solenoid. So first of all, you must know that what a solenoid is. So, a solenoid is a closely wound helical coil of insulated copper wire whose length is greater than its diameter. Okay, like we made a helical loop of a certain length, and that length must be greater than its diameter. So that is a solenoid. Okay. Now what we will study today? We will study that if we connect this solenoid to a battery, then what will happen? It's a copper wire. Okay. So obviously it's a conductor. So current will start flowing in the circuit. If you switch on the circuit, current will start flowing in the circuit like this. Okay. And what will happen due to the flow of current? Due to the flow of current, a magnetic field will be generated around this coil. So today we will study what kind of magnetic field does a solenoid produce. Okay. So let's say that if these loops we consider as the individual loop, though these are connected. Okay. But here we are considering that individual loop. So in our previous video, we studied about the magnetic field due to the circular loop. So the magnet loop, what kind of magnetic field was it? Was the concentric circles. Is it? Right? Remember? Concentric circles. So at these ends, you can see that these are the concentric circles magnetic field. And what will happen? These magnetic field will eventually add up and make the field to appear like this at the upper end and appear like this at the lower end. So it will be like this. Okay, this is the rough diagram. The magnetic field line must not cross each other. Okay, like this. So do you remember that what this magnetic field resembles to? Do you remember where we have drawn these kind of magnetic field lines? Remember? Right, due to a bar magnet. You have studied that if there is a bar magnet, North Pole and the South Pole, the magnetic field will be like this. We also studied about an activity of iron filings and a bar magnet. Okay, so it was a kind of this, and here you can see that the magnetic field due to a solenoid is similar to this magnetic field. Which magnetic field? A magnetic field due to a bar magnet. That means magnetic field due to a bar magnet and magnetic field due to a solenoid resembles each other. That means we can say that a solenoid, when current flows through the solenoid, behaves as a bar magnet. Understood? Okay, and if it is behaving like a bar magnet, that means it has a end south and one end north. That means poles. Because what we studied in bar magnet we studied there is north pole, south pole, and then we performed the magnetic activity and created the magnetic field lines. Here we can see that a solenoid shows the similar kind of magnetic field lines. That means this solenoid is behaving like a bar magnet. And if it is behaving like a bar magnet, that means it must have poles, a north pole and a south pole. Now, how do we get to know which end of the solenoid is the north pole and which end is the south pole? Okay, here I have written this is the north end and this is the south pole. How do I get to know this? Or if this is true? Or can I write it that this is south and this is north? Can I just assume it like this? No. We have a certain rule which is known as clock face rule to identify which end of the circular loop or the solenoid will behave as a north pole and which end is behaving as a south pole. Okay. Now, what clock face rule says that? Clock face rule says that if you look at the solenoid, from one end and you observe that the current flowing in the solenoid is in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, let's take this. Here you can see that current is flowing like this. Like this. If I turn it like this towards you, you can see this is anti-clockwise. So, because here at this end the current flowing is anti-clockwise, that means this end will behave as a north pole. Now if you watch the current from this end, so you will observe that this is the direction. If you observe it from this, you can see it is anti-clockwise. But if you observe it from here, so you will see that this is clockwise. Okay. So here the pole created will be south pole. Getting my point? So clock face rule says that if current flowing from a particular phase is anti-clockwise direction, then at that phase the north pole is created. And if current flowing at a particular phase is in clockwise direction, then pole created at that phase is south pole. Okay? Now, if current is in anti-clockwise direction, north pole is created. If current is in clockwise direction, south pole is created. Okay, but you have to observe it very clearly because you can see this. This is the direction of current in a whole solenoid. If you watch it from here, you will observe this is anti-clockwise. And if you watch it from here, you will observe this is clockwise. Okay, so this end is behaving like north pole and this end is behaving like south pole. Okay, so what you studied about magnetic field due to a current carrying solenoid? That when a current flows through the solenoid behaves as a bar magnet whose one end is north pole and other end behaves as the south pole. Now in circular loop, magnetic field due to a circular loop, you studied that the magnetic field strength is directly proportional to current. That is true for all cases. How much current is there, how strong or how large current is there, the stronger will be the magnetic field. In current carrying circular loop, we studied that magnetic field strength is directly proportional to number of turns. Okay, here we know that there are so many numbers of turns. So we do not consider the total number of turns, but instead we consider total number of turns per unit length. That is small n से represent करते हैं हम. So here B is directly proportional to the current and number of turns per unit length. Because in a current carrying circular loop, we were studying about the single loop. So we can make 2 loop, 3 loop, 4 loop or 10, 20 loops. Okay. So we consider the total number of turns. But here in this case, in case of solenoid, there are large number of turns which are closely wound. Okay. We have a copper wire which is closely wound, a helical coil. So there are so many number of turns. So we do not consider the total number of turns. Instead, we only consider number of turns per unit length. Okay. So here the magnetic field strength is directly proportional to N into I. So this is all for today. Magnetic field due to a current carrying solenoid. Solenoid is a closely wound helical coil of insulated copper wire whose length is greater than its diameter. When current flows through the solenoid, the magnetic field pattern due to a solenoid resembles to that of a bar magnet. Hence, we can say that solenoid behaves as a bar magnet whose one end is north pole and other end is south pole. Which end will behave as a north pole? In which the direction of current is anti-clockwise, and the other end in which the direction of current is clockwise, that end will behave as the south pole. This particular formula, this particular rule is known as clock pace rule. This rule we also use in case of circular loop, magnetic field due to a circular loop. Circular loop also generates a single, which was that? A north pole and a south pole, and hence it is behave like a magnet. Here solenoid also behaves like a magnet. I hope you understood it well. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.